Alright, so we're gonna be watching What If a US Marine Platoon Had to Conquer the Roman Empire by Last Brain Cell.
Coast of the Roman Empire, 117 AD. Torches flicker on towers along the shoreline. Guards watch the dark horizon. Then comes a new kind of thunder. Two Sikorsky CH-53E Super Stallion helicopters appear out of nowhere. Low, fast, silent until they're almost on top of it. They flare above a narrow strip of firm ground just beyond the beach. Not a full landing, just close enough. Ropes drop. 45 Marines hit the ground and run for the trees. This team is here for one mission only: take control of the greatest empire in history. They have no reinforcements, no resupply, only what they can carry, and a plan that might actually work. And just remember, this is a sandbox what if. We're not dealing with time travel problems. We're not even aiming for perfect realism, if that's even possible. So could they collapse the empire? Or would they burn out before reaching the gates? Let's find out.
I feel like they would run out of bullets to how much people they would have to kill. Because I'm pretty sure they still had shields, so I think that would be a big kind of changer. They had to make sure that they actually shot them instead of shooting the shields. Then again, the Roman soldiers wouldn't know what they're fighting against. The flying thing, they will never see that before. They would think that's an alien.
A day, the place they landed turns into a nightmare. Thick air, muddy ground, clouds of biting insects, and malaria. But it's perfect cover. The reeds grow taller than a man. Locals avoid it. Even Roman patrols stay away. This is the Pontine Marshes, about 55 kilometers south of Rome. The only thing louder than the helicopters is the silence now. They've got 7 nights, maybe less. The swamp will turn against them. By day 10, the fevers begin. But they picked this spot for one reason. It's the closest landing zone big enough for 2 helicopters, without alerting every Roman watchtower. Land near the mouth of the river Tiber, and the flight path goes right over docks, watchtowers, and merchant piers. Word spreads fast. Riders gallop to the capital. By dawn, the gates are locked, the bridge is sealed, and 8,000 Praetorian guards are waiting. But land here, and you get one full night of invisibility. The Marines move fast. They stash extra gear and rations in waterproof bags, dig shallow sleeping holes, and launch scout drones. Just 45 men in the dark, watching the Empire. They're fully trained, combat ready. Each one carries an M4 or IAR, plus an M18 sidearm. They're equipped with M320 grenade launchers, C4 explosives, flashbangs, smoke grenades, night vision, and drones. However, supplies are tight. Each Marine carries 3 days of MREs, 9 magazines for their rifle, and 3 for their sidearm. Just enough batteries for goggles, radios, and drones, if they ration carefully. They'll recharge what they can using hand-cranked generators and compact solar panels. But the countdown starts now. The goal isn't to hold ground. It's to hit Roman leadership before they even know what's happening. And their next decision will shape everything. How do you bring down an empire with just 45 men? They lay out 3 possible plans. Option A, hit Rome head on. March to the city, break through the gates, and end it fast. Bold, but hopeless. They'd be surrounded and outnumbered. They can't just walk into Rome and open fire. Option B, build a rebellion. Arm the peasants, start a resistance. It worked in Afghanistan, but here, no time, no allies, no maps, and not enough weapons. Rome controls the roads, the grain, and the fear. That kind of war takes years. They've got about a week. So they choose option C, shock campaign. Carefully planned strikes, psychological warfare, hit key targets, disappear, repeat. They burn villas, light fake signal fires, flood grain stores, take down aqueducts. They hit tax stations, disappear into the night, and return even harder. Not to win battles, but to destroy confidence. They'll use thermal sights, drones, and modern tactics to make Rome believe something.
Now I'm thinking about how much this guy was thinking about war. Let's say this guy was going into work, just driving his car, and he thought about this whole thing out. Option A, B, and C, or what he would do to get a US Marine platoon to win against the fucking Roman Empire. Keep in mind, how much soldiers the Roman Empire had was probably a shit ton compared to 45 people with guns. I think eventually gonna run out of bullets. They're not trying to fight the entire Roman Empire, just like the leaders they're trying to take out. It's kind of like taking out like Osama bin Laden. You just have to take out the head. Like everything else kind of falls apart.
Something impossible is happening. And in a world without flashlights, they own the night. First
Yeah,
target,
they have night
Forum
vision.
Appy, a small hub southeast of the capital. The Marines hit it at 3 a.m. Carrying suppressed rifles, they burn the stables, tear up the written orders and courier notes, then vanish. By sunrise, Rome hears nothing, and that silence, it spreads. Next night, they hit a tax collector's mansion. Coins taken, documents burned. Just enough damage to spark rumors. The following night, strange fires light up the hills. Rome's towers signal back, then wait. But no messenger arrives. No flame patterns change. No more signals come. By now, the capital doesn't know what's real. The
How do
Romans
they do
respond the
taxes
way
like
they
that?
always do. They organize. More scouts, roadblocks, guard posts. But does it make a difference? The Marines stick to back routes. They cross the Via Appia, one of ancient Rome's most important roads, only at night. Using thermal scopes, they spot guards to slip past unseen. Along the way, they plant false trails, broken branches, boot prints, fake camps. Roman patrols end up chasing ghosts. Next strike, the aqueduct, one of Rome's sources
Very
of
well
water.
thought out.
They place explosives on one of the aqueduct's support columns. A single controlled blast brings it down. Water stops flowing to part of the capital. Gravity takes care of the rest. Then they target a small Praetorian convoy. It's ambushed near Ardea, a coastal town about 35 kilometers south of Rome. 2 grenades launch from the M320s. The first explodes.
If you were a Roman soldier and you go to see that like an entire squad of horses and Roman soldiers were killed, you will first look at their bodies and have no idea what fucking hit them. Like they have no idea what a bullet looks like. They just know what a spear stabbing looks like. But if they saw their entire head get blown off and others have like big wounds from shots in their chest or whatever, wherever they got shot, they will have no idea what hit them. They wouldn't even know how to deal with it, to be honest. If you just hit them once, they would probably die off by an infection. Like sooner or later, they'll probably die eventually. You just shoot them once.
Under the lead horse. The second hits the supply cart. Then the rifles open up. 10 seconds later, every rider is down. No survivors. Every strike is planned ahead, mapped out by drones that can spot enemies miles away. In ancient Rome, that's basically like having time travel on your side. To the locals, these aren't soldiers, they're something else. The legions? Still far from home. Britannia, Judea, Germania, and along the Danube. It'll take weeks for any message to reach them, if it even gets through. The Via Appia is broken. The post stations are gone. The only working route left is a fast boat along the coast, and even that takes days just to reach the next major city. Rome's only defense nearby is the Praetorian Guard. Elite?
Praetorian
Yes,
Guard.
but trained to stop riots, not demons. They've never seen drones or laser dots or gunfire that comes from the trees.
Or a fucking
The Senate
chopper.
panics. Governors flee. Grain shipments stop. Water starts to run dry. Some nearby cities go silent. Nobody knows who's next. And then comes the final move. After midnight, they steal a fishing boat and row up the Tiber. No lights, no talking, just the sound of water. At the river wall, they find a rusted sewer gate. A block of C4, stuffed under wet rags, cracks it open with a dull thump. No echo. No one
think we
hears
had
it.
that.
They slip inside, knee-deep in slime, moving slowly through the dark. A narrow tunnel leads them into a storage room just below the palace kitchens. 2 Marines
kitchens,
ease the
alright.
wooden door off its hinges. No bang, just a creak. Flashbangs crack down the hallway. Smoke grenades
Flashbang?
flood the marble floors. Rifles follow. The Emperor, Trajan, is still far away in the east. But his regents are here, and so is a night shift of Praetorian guards. The Marines rise from the storeroom in 3 fire teams. Team 1 slips through the kitchens. 2
Yeah,
sleepy
this is
cooks
well-
open a door,
well
spot
planned
the
out.
rifles, and freeze. Zip ties.
Freeze.
Cover their mouths. Move on.
Zip
Team 2
ties.
kills the lamps in a side hallway. 2 flashbangs roll toward the guard's post. Blinding light. A crack like thunder. The guards are on the floor before a single sword is drawn. Team 3 kneels by the door to the regent's chamber. They open the
gonna be a
door
movie,
using a
dude.
Halligan bar and a rubber-capped hammer. Slow, quiet, no blast.
No
They move
blast.
up fast. Rifles up, lasers sweeping the room. The Praetorian prefect, the top commander of the Praetorian Guard, grabs for his sword. 1 silenced shot takes him down. The rest freeze, shields
have
halfway
silencers.
raised. The regents, still in their night clothes, are zipped east under guard. Total time inside? Around 10 minutes. 12 guards down, no alarms. By sunrise,
There's
the
no
palace
alarms.
corridors echo with silence. Outside, Rome wakes to stillness.
What's an
They
alarm?
did it.
A guy
They
screaming?
broke the Roman chain of command in 7 nights. The guards are disgraced. The Senate freezes. But Rome doesn't fall in flames. It falls in silence. But could the Marines hold power? No, at least not for long. If Rome did manage to get a message to the legions or to Trajan, they'd probably be on their way soon. Their bullets are almost gone. Their batteries are dying. The swamp is turning on them. The first fevers hit, but the job is already done. They could prop up a local puppet, or they could sit on the throne for a week, but they won't last. If word starts spreading, things start shifting. Generals, governors, and river rulers all sense a shot at the throne. The empire either fractures or finds a new leader and a new direction. But one thing is certain, the Marines' footprint would last. They didn't raise an American flag, they didn't even take cities, but they made fear contagious. For years, debates would rage. Were they mythical creatures, a distant advanced civilization, or the gods themselves? So, could a single U.S. Marine platoon conquer ancient Rome? Technically, yes, but only for a moment. Still, it could spark an entirely new path for the future of the empire. And if you thought that was insane,
But what I would like to know is, against Genghis Khan's army, how many people would it take to take them out? That's a good question. Do we think that if we went back on time, we could make a gun, like a rifle? Do you think we could recreate just a simple gun, just one? Out of all of them, just recreate one if you're in the Roman Empire. Would you be able to make it? Bend the metal, make a bullet, have it shoot. How long do you think it would take you? Because for me, I don't know how the fuck to bend metal, so I would be pretty much useless if I went back to the past. I can pretty much tell you what I saw. I saw a gun, I saw a nuclear bomb. How do you make it? No idea. I don't know. But yeah, missing video.